Yo, what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. And you have the super team of sports talk here with y'all on one half of it. Diego Berishnakoff, the Black Dominican Russian. And I'm here checking in with my main man, my partner in crime. They call him the 6 foot and under post up champ. Tell him who you are.
What's good people? It's your boy Uncle Hate, the other A and AA Sports, broadcasting live on a Thursday. The first day of the NBA Finals. I just thought about an L too. A good L.
What's that? Well, we'll get.
Okay.
We'll get to everything copacetic with you.
Yeah, man. The person, this L's going to myself.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, we'll jump right into that in a second. Good people, we appreciate y'all joining us. It's been exactly, I think, 2 weeks since we've been on the air. I went on vacation. Getting ready to go on vacation tomorrow. So we had to get one in, of course, before the finals started, so we can get our predictions in and what have you. So, again, we appreciate all you guys viewing with us on the YouTube channel. As always, remember to keep watching, liking, hitting that subscribe button. Same thing on the Spreaker platform for those of you guys that listen to us on the go. Same thing there. We appreciate the love and support there. So I'm interested. We're going to jump right into this L that you all of a sudden want to give yourself. Let's hear this.
Okay, I'm going out of town tomorrow, and I couldn't make it to my barber today. So I tried this shop across the street for my job. This a lineup, right? The cat was Dominican because he applied some of that purple sweat to my beard.
I was about to say, you looking a little perfect and neat about the beard area. I
was like, whoa, you ain't got to paint it. Nah. He's like, it's not permanent. It's not.
Oh, man. Oh, man. For those of y'all don't know what the purple sweat is, that's that, what they call it, benign, whatever that is, that black dye the barbers be putting in these cats' head and beards and making their line up look all perfect, restoring their hairline. The Carlos Boozer.
Yes.
I remember when Carlos Boozer applied like a whole tube of that shit on his head one playoff series. Everybody was clowning his ass. But yeah, man, the purple sweat, man. Once you get the sweating, that shit turns purple, and that's why we call it that.
Right. So I'm gonna try to discard this, but I kind of like it. Make me look a little bit younger. I might have to get me some just for me.
Oh man! Oh, when they first do it and it's fresh, cigars ain't. They really didn't do. He really didn't do too much. He just did your beard. Look like right.
Yeah, that's all I wanted. He just right here. And I didn't even ask for it. He just got to doing it. So
right. So it make you like, damn, that shit looks straight.
Yeah.
You going to Mexico too? Oh boy, when that sun hit that shit. You gonna be in the pool too?
Yes, I gotta get rid of this like tonight. So
you gonna be in that pool. You gonna be in the pool and that shit gonna change colors around you, and the people gonna think it's that chemical that they put in there for people that piss in the pool.
Oh nah, I can't take that. Something.
Hey man, you gotta handle that. You gotta handle that before you go through
yes, sir.
to the airport tomorrow.
I'm about to get rid of that ASAP.
Oh man. All right, let's
go into these other L's we got, big dog.
Yes, sir. Man, your boy Brian Colangelo, man, we got to get right into that one.
Ooh, that's the big L.
I mean, we thought KD was lame for one burner account. This motherfucker got 5.
I didn't know what burner accounts was until they talked about him. And this cat, like you said, he has 5 of them. Man, Philly's on the upswing. Things looking real good. They got some cap space this summer. And your GM, you find out, has 5 accounts talking about current players, talking about old players, and you supposed to put him in front of LeBron James this summer and get him to come to Philly, or Paul George, or get Kawhi to ask for a trade to y'all. Right. This is some monkey shit here.
Especially Kawhi, because if Kawhi is trying to get out of San Antonio, it would be because of trust issues and things like that. So he definitely wouldn't want to see that.
And now, what I thought was even more lame was it came out that one of the numbers, one of the accounts was tied to his wife's phone.
Right.
She ain't gonna know none of this shit unless you tell her.
Exactly. So I mean, I saw a lot of speculation like, okay, was she doing it for him, or did he sign the accounts up and use her number and she didn't know?
That's still too close.
I also saw some stuff that said that some of the tweets came out at the time that he was actually giving the press conference. So who put the tweets out? But apparently they got some shit also where you can pre-type tweets and time them to be posted at a certain time.
So you can be hating while you sleep.
It's like the alibi. It's like the alibi or something. I was like, this shit is crazy. Social media is just getting it's too much, man. It's too much.
Now the Embiid ones, he talked about Embiid's ego. How you gonna take a shot at Markelle Fultz? All that shit he went through last year. Talking about it was an old mentor's fault. So his mentor made his shot go to hell. Right.
From what I understand, the boy couldn't lift his arms over his head.
That's what I was told, and that's what we saw. Okafor's trade fell apart because he failed a physical. He called Nerlens Noel a selfish punk.
Now that one right there.
He can't keep his job.
That one right there, that selfish punk.
All he wanted to do was play.
I'm sensing a little something else in that one.
Because he wanted to play. Old boy was mad, talking about trade me or play me, one or the other.
Right. Yeah. It's like you said, selfish punk was, I don't know, like he wanted to use some other stronger terminology.
That could very well be possible. Okay, does he keep his job?
I really don't see how, if Philly is really trying to be on the uptick and get some guys, some new, some veteran free agents in there to take them over the hump. I don't see how he can.
How you send him in the room to close for you? I'd be like, leave your phone outside.
Because now, you know what I'm saying, doing your pitch, half of your pitch or a good portion of your pitch is going to be you trying to explain why you did this and why this guy should trust you versus using that time to be talking about how you think this player can come in and help your team. You got to spend most of the time in the meeting explaining yourself.
You know, we did a special about a year ago about what rookies should do. I think we should do something, a pretty simple one for the world. Don't let Twitter fuck up your life. Don't.
People ain't learned yet, man.
I mean, Roseanne, we should have gave her an L. You got fired, lost your rebooted show behind some Twitter. Why can't people just be mad and keep it to themselves? You gotta let the world know you mad and you hate people? And you losing your job behind it?
Unbelievable.
And what, tomorrow's June 1st. So they got 30 days basically before it's time to start recruiting. And you got this mess hanging over you. Man, he gotta get fired. He got to. He seems like a decent enough fella, but you gotta get fired, man.
You got some explaining to do at the very least.
Shit. You know, hey, we'll see. All right, let's jump.
Now, speaking of the Sixers, what you think about? I think I might have sent you one clip last night. Apparently, Joel Embiid is out here going around the city of Philadelphia to these basketball playgrounds, just randomly showing up to dunk on people, doing pickup. He's playing a little pickup ball, basically.
I know they incentivized his deal, something serious. I know they did. That's just not a good look. It's not. You know,
the fans love it and all because he out there and he interacting and everything. But as soon as his ass get hurt, it's gonna be, man, why the hell was he out there playing pickup ball anyway? Stupid.
I mean, I know if you're gonna play ball, play in a controlled environment. I hear that there's good games at UCLA. Melo got that gym in New York. But
don't get me wrong. He was in Philly and on some playgrounds, but it wasn't in the hood.
Okay, gotcha.
What I can tell, it wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? So you go to some of these hood courts and you show up and you a star. They think they're gonna have something to prove,
right?
You know what I'm saying, and try to take your knees out or anything. This wasn't that.
Or get dunked on and pull a Raymond from White Man Can't Jump.
Going back to the car, get my other gun, come back, killing all y'all. You gotta do the point, the double point, all y'all. Y'all know about Raymond, White Man Can't Jump. Go check that movie out if you haven't seen it.
It was dead serious. I dig the fact that he's trying to, endear himself to the people. I get that.
That's what makes him likable. But you got to be smart at the same time.
especially with your injury history, your feet, your knees, your eye. Is he out there in the goggles, or he's out there just free eye and dunking on people?
Because he just out there.
Opening the eye.
He just out there.
That's not a good look. not a good look, young man. Not a good look. I guess we can talk about it. His cohort. Ben Simmons, meanwhile, is fucking up their season right now out there in LA. Right now. People, you have not learned. The Kardashians, that's kryptonite. It's kryptonite.
Now, is it the same since that this one is actually a Jenner?
Well, I mean, the mama.
Yeah, the mom, I think that's the part right there. Is if the mom's involved, then it's a wrap.
Yeah, I mean, you know what?
She I'm trying to think whose money did she try to take control of, and he was like, "Nah." Was it Tristan?
I don't know.
One of them girls, they date so many damn ball players. One of the ball players, they was like, "Why don't you let me manage? Why don't you let Chris manage?"
It might have been Tristan. It might have been.
He was like, "Nah."
Well, he probably agreed to that shit now to get back in.
He'd be a damn fool if he did.
Man, Ben, it's other chicks in the sea. Just pull out your phone, go on IG. It's poison, B.
Ben, what? 20?
20.
21? Ben just running through him right now. That's all he doing.
I hope he don't wife her or make that like the main thing.
He don't come across as being at that point in his life. I think he's just. I think he being a 19. I think he just being a typical 19, 20-year-old NBA ball player, you know. Yeah.
Not to say she's not fine, because she is, but damn, it's that track record.
You know,
goes the wrong way with them.
Hey, when we were that age once. We know if she make it past 90 days, then okay, maybe it's something to look at. Outside of that,
be in the cut by a training camp. If she's at training camp, they're screwed.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump on into this. We're gonna recap real quick Boston and Houston. Talk about what's next before we get into this finals preview. I didn't hit you, but one thing I want to talk about, we already know about the Warriors, but I want us to find a way for the Cavs to win this series.
Well,
between the two of us, we got to be smart enough to find a way.
I have something queued up actually, because I knew that question would come about.
Okay.
So I came up with something. I used Google Maps, and I found the nearest Catholic cathedral to Oracle Arena that I could find. And there's one on 82nd Avenue, St. Bernard's Church. The Cleveland Cavaliers should stop there on their way to each game, you know, get a blessing, prayer, whatever they need to do, because they're going to need it.
You know what? The first thing I think they need to happen, the first thing has to happen. Whoever's the 15th man on the team, he needs to take Kevin Durant's knee out. Just take it out. That's the only way.
There is a dude on the team. It was a picture of him holding a trophy. I want to say he's got dreads or something.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "Yo, who the fuck is that?"
Right.
I don't know that kid.
I didn't know who he was either. But I believe now if you take KD out this equation and just match them up, Golden State, Cleveland could have a chance without KD on that team. But
KD wasn't there.
But with KD,
because if you look back from the start of this, what do you call a quadruple? Is a quadruple eulogy? What the fuck what do you call it?
Have you seen anything like this?
Not in our lifetime. I mean, you had to go back to them. Probably Lakers, Celtics. I don't even think they met four times.
They didn't play 4 years in a row. I think they played 3 times, but it was split out. This is 4 years in a row.
Right. And not to get too far track, but I like what KD and LeBron had to say.
It was the truth.
If you don't like seeing us, then they'll beat us. 4 different years, people have had chances to beat the Cavs, and 4 years they've had a chance to beat the Warriors, and you haven't done it. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think the West was pretty much theirs, but the East, Brown was weak this year. They were weak. They could have got done. Indiana could have won that series. Toronto, no comment. But Boston, home court, B. Home court.
Yeah. So, but back to what we were saying was the Warriors, right?
Yeah.
Without KD. Yeah, they're a little different team without KD. They're a little different team without Steph. Now,
who's more important to you? If one of them had to go down, which one could they still win the title with either one of them out? I think.
I mean, they could. I think Steph is a little more important though.
You feel the same way about that?
I think Steph is a little more important. My thinking is starting maybe to shift a little bit. I probably would have told you KD before this series started. Steph seems healthy now. He's, the injury seems like he got that behind him. He got his stroke back, more importantly. And that's the thing I think is going to be big, because you look at George Hill or Jordan Clarkson, whoever's going to be manning the point, probably guarding or chasing stuff around. The defense at times is.
Hey, pauses.
All right, 1 second, people. We'll be right back with you. All right, we back joining y'all, good people. We appreciate y'all being patient with us. We had a little technical difficulty, but we are back. We were in the midst of talking about who was more important to Golden State, whether it was KD or Steph Curry. I think we both give Curry a slight edge in that.
It seems like that team feeds off when he goes crazy. Them third quarters in Houston, it wasn't KD. KD was eating. He was giving them numbers, almost 30 points a game, if not more.
Right.
It's Steph. Steph is the leader of that team. They feed off of him.
Yeah, because when he started dropping them bombs 25, 30 feet, then that opens up the whole defense. And it opens up everything else. And the way that they move and cut, that's the part I think that's going to be really difficult for Cleveland. Especially with how they've been playing defense. Now they've been getting a little bit better, but there are times where their rotations are still not anywhere near where they need to be. Sometimes you got people, including LeBron, that don't even bother rotate. They just look at the person and let them fucking shoot.
Bron get lost on them switches sometimes, like for real.
Yeah. And
in regards to George Hill, Terry Rozier and Steph Curry.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. So. It's definitely going to be a challenge for them. J.R. Smith, he needs to come play more than one out of every 5 or 6 games I give him at this point is about his.
J.R. been missing since 2015.
You did say that.
Since they won, was it 15 or 16 they won? It was 16 they won.
16 they won title.
Well, he's been missing since the summer of 2016.
Yeah, ever since when he wouldn't put a shirt on that summer after the title.
I mean, I heard somebody on TV say the other day, before JR would have like a bad game, 2 games later a good game. Now,
nah,
it's all bad.
Pretty much so.
Yeah.
Cavs got their work cut out for him. I'm being kind in saying Warriors in 5. I really think it's probably going to be the sweep.
I was leaning more towards that gentleman sweep, that 5, but if you look back on it, dog, they had Kyrie last year, and they got done up in what, 5? Or was it 6?
5 or 6.
Yeah, I don't even think they won 2 games in that series last year.
The Warriors won because the Warriors won on their floor, right?
I think they won the first 2.
They won. I'm saying they won the title at home, right?
Yeah.
So they won in 5. Yeah, they won in 5.
The gentleman sweep, basically. But I've been trying to find a way in my head, but I can't. I can't find a way.
I mean you gotta hope that there's got to be some out of the norm shit. Maybe an injury.
Got to be an injury. Got to be.
Clay can be off and on. He can get lost at times. Not as much as JR, but he can have a couple games where he is like right around that 10, 12 points at the most.
Now, you're probably going to laugh at me with this one, but I feel like they're going to steal game 1.
Who, Cleveland?
Yeah.
It can be a 70 Iverson Sixers against the Lakers when it was obvious that they had no chance, but they won game 1.
They ain't got Iggy, so who they going to put on them? Bron should get 35 tonight.
Yeah, he's gonna probably have to put in a lot of minutes guarding KD too.
Man, bro, the boy played 48 minutes twice this playoff. I mean, people, y'all can say a whole lot about LeBron James, and some of the stuff is warranted. Like that suit he wore tonight, y'all can say all y'all want. I hear y'all destroying him on Twitter for it. Real talk, what he is dragged to the finals, this is like a notch up from 2007. It's like a narrow notch.
Not far, right?
It's really not that far.
I mean, he didn't have any. He didn't even have an All-Star in 2007.
I think the only thing I remember, and I heard it again on television, they played defense. 2007, they played D. These kids here, I mean, they played defense in Boston Game 7. They did, but
yeah, but they outside of the trade pieces that they brought in, the rest of the team's kind of old. The other main guys, Corver, J.R. Smith, George Hill, Kevin Love.
Clay, maybe. I mean, he should be able to stand out there with Clay because Clay ain't leaving the 3-point line.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if this going to be a matchup nightmare all around the nightmare everywhere.
I'm looking forward to Jeff Green attempting to match up with KD. KD's going to get his numbers, but try to get him to shoot around low 40s, hopefully high 30s.
You think they're going to start a small lineup?
Now, they said they're going big.
So they're going to go with Tristan at 5, Love at 4?
Yeah. They gotta get some minutes for Nance. Nance got to play this series.
Yeah, I think Rodney Hood's going to have to contribute this series as well.
I was just thinking that. They might have to play him.
Yeah. Jordan Clarkson, they need guys to step up pretty much. And so, Ty Lue, he need to throw them all out there.
At this point, I mean, and it really seems like if you can survive the third, you got a chance. He's got to survive the third.
Yeah. Now with Cleveland, they're going to have to survive the first quarter. They tend to kind of get behind early in a lot of cases.
But one thing I think they should go. Sometimes you got to look back to know what you need to do in the present. Hey, dog, muddy that game up. 2015, he took them 6. Think about the 2015 team. It wasn't much better than this one.
Yeah.
Because Kyrie was out, Love was out. And
Kyrie and Love was out, yeah.
And all he did was just walk the ball up the court, go to the post.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that. He's going to have to live in the post this series. I know he don't like doing it, but he's going to have to.
He cannot get into a 3-point contest with these dudes.
Nah, not at all.
To the post. Slow it down. What's the X factor? We're talking hard on Cleveland because I think we both realize this is a goddamn mountain that they would have to climb.
Right.
To Golden State.
Right. I actually think, talk about George Hill. I think he could be an X factor. I mean, he's got some length as far as,
real long arms.
And being able to defend. But is he going to be able to mentally stay engaged all the time? Sometimes I think he's disconnected and he makes like stupid little mental errors.
Yes, he does.
And then on offense, he's going to have to attack more on offense like he did. What was that, game 5, I think?
Game 5.
Game 6. Maybe game 6. One of them games.
One of them.
Yeah. He's got to do that all the time and put some pressure on Steph on defense. He can't let Steph just rest on defense. He got to attack him because Steph is going to attack his ass.
Now, one thing I will give Steph going forward, he attempted on defense on Harden. He attempted. I like that because before, Steph was on that old leg. You just run by. But he attempted on defense, so I give him that. But I think it goes back to the cats you just mentioned. It got to be them young boys, man. Clarkson, Nance, and Hood got to give them something. Something.
Yeah.
A lot of these stat lines that Cleveland's been seeing in the playoffs, no bueno. You can't have 5 dudes putting up a total of 30 points. That's not going to cut it.
No, not at all.
So, I think we both agree. You said we're reaching on 5. It could very well be a sweep.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 5. I'm gonna give LeBron James the ability to get one game at some point, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a sweep. If it goes any further than 5 games, hey, I'm here for it, but I'm not holding my breath.
Dog, if he beats this team with what he got, I don't want his shit.
I dropped him. I'd quit if I was him.
I don't want to hear nothing.
If this miracle off.
We're 80 kids. We're Jordans. We saw Jordan. If he beats this team with what he got, don't come at me with it. I don't want to hear it. That's it.
Well, I'm just never gonna give him Jordan. I ain't gonna do
No,
it.
no.
Ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna do it.
This counts as 2 titles he beats this team.
I mean, hey, so that'll put him at 5.
You know what? We ain't got time for that tonight, but ain't it funny how everybody's forgetting about Kobe.
Yeah,
Kobe who?
and I don't understand why.
Why?
I really don't understand why. But like I said, it's all, a lot of it is, because people like older than us, before us, like, why y'all never talk about Kareem? Kareem don't get the respect that he deserves in a lot of these conversations. It's all subjective because a lot of it depends on what era you grew up in. It's one thing to watch YouTube videos, but it's one thing to actually live through the 80s and 90s and be a teenager and understand being in that moment what Michael Jordan did for basketball and just culture in general.
Right.
It's hard to get that from a YouTube video. You know what I'm saying? And these kids, they look at LeBron, Kobe, they look at him the same way.
You know who's heard this whole discussion?
Who's that?
Michael Jordan. And that's why they putting out 10 goddamn hours of Michael Jordan on Netflix.
Oh man, I forgot about that little doc series.
He's like, word, y'all talking about him, and I'm 6-0 in the finals. 10 hours. Let's go. All right, let's talk about Boston and Houston real quick so we can close up out of here and watch this game. I kind of felt like, and we talked about it this year, Boston was playing with house money this entire year.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to have some tough decisions. I know they're saying all the right things right now in regards to, say, like Marcus Smart. But with him being restricted, I think some other team is going to give an offer sheet that I don't think the Celtics are going to be able to match with some of the other salaries that they got. And they're going to have to pay.
Did you see what he said the other day? He said, I'm worth more than 12 to 14.
Right. I mean, I was scratching my head and I started thinking about it, though. I'm like, shit, Kent Bazemore making like 16.
What you always tell me, though, that was the summer that the cap spiked. But
it hasn't went down, though.
It ain't went down, but dog, let me ask you this. This is a simple question. You give Marcus Smart 10 threes by himself, nobody in the gym. How many? By himself, top of the key, how many you gonna make?
3.
Well, there you go.
3. That's it.
And I like him. Like he got dog in him. He was trying his best on LeBron.
Oh yeah,
trying his best.
I think some for every 3-point brick, I think there are other intangibles that he brings to that team that nobody else brings. Because remember, they got rid of all their dogs.
Yes, they did. They sure did.
You know what I'm saying? And that goes a long way. I think so. I think that kind of makes up for what he may lack offensively. Plus, it's hard. He gonna hustle. You got to worry about him not playing hard.
So we know Kyrie ain't. I mean, Kyrie not gonna play no defense. That's just not gonna happen. But let me ask you. Okay, you remember we were talking about Lou Will earlier this year? We was like, damn, he damn near an all-star. He took $8.5 million. That's all that's out there.
Yeah. So, right. And this is the summer where money is supposed to be dry.
Yeah. So unless he want to go, Phoenix,
Orlando,
take that 8, cuz take that 2 and that 1 and that second year player option.
What's going to be crazy though? I wonder what the cap going to look like in the next 3 to 5 years, because now with this sports betting becoming legal, that's a whole nother stream of revenue that these leagues, I'm pretty sure, are going to tap into. And that's going to trickle down to the teams and the players. And you still only got – because we talk about 12 to 14 million now that's the new – what used to be like 6 to 8. You had this spike increase in the cap, but you still only distributing the money between like 12 dudes. So people get more money.
People, we've had disputes on here because I'd be mad as hell about these deals. He'd be like, dog, 20 is like 10 now. It's not that much money no more, but it's still hard optic-wise to see. You had $20 million to some suckers. Otto Porter's making like $25 million a year. Otto Porter. Right. So if I'm Marcus Smart, I see that. But, hey, man, you just caught it at the wrong time. Okay, we talking about what's next for Boston. Some kind of way Danny Ainge has the possibility. It's almost like a spades hand. The possibility of 4 first-round picks next year. 4. How do you have this much talent? 3 dudes on max contracts, and you still got damn near 4 first-round picks.
Hey man, Danny Ainge be flipping them picks, man.
And I try to get rid of every last one of them.
Yeah, like they really don't need
Nobody.
a lot more youth right now.
I saw something interesting today and yesterday. Said Boston's interested in Mo Bamba. And you just said to me the other day they need a athletic big.
Yeah, athletic big.
Boy.
What pick do they have?
Oh, they'd have to get rid of a lot of capital to get up. They're at 27. To get up to top 5,
okay,
they got to give away a player in like a couple of firsts.
Yeah, shit, they got him.
Dallas should take the 27th pick and Gordon Hayward.
So somebody got to go. Somebody got to go.
And I'm not sitting down Rozier. I'm not sitting down Brown or Tatum for Gordon Hayward. I'm not doing it. Not this year.
You know, looking at that game 7, I'm trying to – the last 2 games of that series, I don't think Jaylen Brown played very well. And what you see in Tatum, I wonder if in that short amount of time, if he possibly put himself as an all ball out. Because you have to get rid of somebody.
Well, we talked about it before too.
It's not going to be Tatum. It's not going to be Kyrie.
Well, they can technically play Hayward at small. That's it. Gordon Hayward at small ball 4. Technically.
I mean, yeah, you can. I guess
you got the summer 2020. Rozier, Tatum, and Brown are eligible for extensions.
Right. Yeah, and you already got Al Horford making 30. You got Kyrie making 25, 30.
For like the next year. Kyrie's coming up in a year.
That's right. I forgot he had 2 years on his contract when Cleveland traded him. So you got to pay him more than likely.
Right. Something got to shake.
Something. And from what Tatum's going to evolve to, you can't take him off the court.
I like Tatum. We talked about Tatum as Carolina fans, and we hate Duke.
Right.
That boy could ball, man.
No. I'm telling you, man. Depending on what Gordon Hayward look like first half of next year,
he the odd man.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean,
I will start fielding some offers.
See what you can get.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: would you get rid of Rozier and Brown and a pick to move up?
Rozier, Jaylen Brown, and a pick.
They on rookie deals. You got to match the money.
Yeah, that's a lot of talent, though.
I mean, but shit, you got 4 first-round picks coming back.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna get 2 of them picks.
No,
and then,
that's 2 first.
And then I'm trying to think. Well, it's too early to tell now, but I don't think the draft next year is going to be anywhere near as strong as it is this year.
Nah, you're right about that, but you can't pay everybody.
So, no, you can't pay everybody. But one thing that's good from a management standpoint is with all these guys, they all going to probably eat. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to go off, so you ain't gonna be looking at all max contracts.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
They need that Horford one to come up.
He got 2 more years, I think.
Has it been 2?
Maybe 3.
It might be 3. They gave him 5. Remember, Atlanta only wanted to give him 4.
That's right. Yeah.
So they got
you got to pay Kyrie after next year, and Gordon Hayward just signed the deal. That's
Kyrie 5.
That's roughly $90 million between them 3 players per year, right there, right? Well,
you giving Kyrie 5?
Huh?
You giving Kyrie 5?
I need to see what his knee look like.
I'm saying 3. That 2 guaranteed and that team option on that 3rd. And people look at that shit and they be like, that's a bad look. People don't realize LeBron has been living off 2-year deals for like the last 6 years.
Yeah.
That's flexibility. There's nothing wrong with that. But Boston's in a good place. We can step away from them. Let's talk about these Houston Rockets. We touched on it a little bit earlier before my technical difficulty. But Chris Paul has pretty much been out here the last 48 hours talking to LeBron James. I don't see how it's going to work. Now, I know we both said last year, how the hell were Harden and CP3 going to work, and they found a way to work.
Right.
That's adding a 3rd ball-dominant player to that team. And from what I can look at with their contract situations, you notice everybody who plays defense is damn near free.
And talking about on Houston?
On Houston. PJ Tucker's the only person that plays defense that's pretty much left. That's not under contract. I mean, it's under contract and not free.
So they're going to have to retool pretty much anyway.
They got to. I mean, we just talked about what you would do with Kyrie. Bruh, there is no way in God's green earth I'm handing 5 years, $205 million to Chris Paul. There is no way. No way, no how. I don't give a damn what we agreed to on the table last summer. That's not happening. No.
I mean, so what's your alternative?
3 with that possible that team option for that 4, maybe. I really would say 2 with that team option for the 3rd. He's 33. We talked about that max. Russell's what, 28, 29? Or was that all we were talking about? He's gonna be making damn near $40 million. He's 37 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, dog. I'm sorry. How long we been sitting on this show weekly talking about that Chris Paul injury we knew was coming?
Oh, we already knew it was coming. So, okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm gonna be Chris Paul right now. Oh, you don't want to give me 5 years? Okay, I'm out.
I don't know, dog. I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
You go back to James Harden dribbling by himself, and we'll see how they go.
That's one of them. It kind of feels like that Kirk Cousins situation. And I'm switching sports, but it's like he got the leverage.
Yeah.
I mean, let me ask you this: would they have won Game 7 if he'd played healthy, or would they have won Game 6 if he was healthy?
Well, I mean, one of the two they would have won. I think definitely the one at home.
Okay, so that was 7.
Yeah, if not 6, because they lost both games after dominating pretty much the first half. They lost both games after they start missing a lot of threes, and when Golden State went on their runs, they just didn't have anyone to kind of settle the offense down and get some easy shots. They just launched more threes, and I think Chris Paul would have definitely helped stabilize some of them runs that they were Golden State was coming at them with.
All right, I need Diego, the owner / GM. What are you doing with Chris Paul?
I mean, I need to look at their cap situation. So, I don't know. It depends on whether I'm going after LeBron or not. So, I mean, it's not just whether I sign Chris Paul or not. There's going to be some other factors going into it as well. And
I like Capella with this team. I like Capella. They need to find a way to bring Ariza back. Green and Mute should be cheap. They should be cheap.
That's another issue. Now that I think about it, what are you paying Capella?
It's not what you're gonna pay him. It's what's gonna be offered.
Is he restricted?
Yes. Okay.
And they're saying that they're gonna match anything, right?
I mean, that's what they say. But if Phoenix, and I heard Phoenix really wants him, if they come with the 25, what you gonna do?
Okay. Like I said with Chris Paul, you really backing yourself into a situation. If you don't match Capella and lose him, and if you don't give Chris Paul what he wants and lose him, then what you gonna do?
This is probably a moot conversation. I'm pretty sure they guaranteed the 5 to him. I'm pretty sure they did at least the 4.
Right.
At least, because he wouldn't have agreed to that trade if it wasn't guaranteed. Because we were talking last summer, like he left $200 million on the table.
That's very true. Chris Paul gonna want that. He gonna want that bread.
At 33 though.
Yeah, like you said, I'd be hard pressed.
I'd be hard pressed, but
especially 5 years, he'd be 38, making like $35 million.
Bruh.
That's the John Wall contract, right?
Yeah.
Like the last couple of years of that deal is like max. Yeah, that's like $35-40 million. I want to say per season.
And you knew the injury was coming. You knew.
Ooh.
I just don't know how it works with three dudes who need the ball. It's bad already.
No, JR hit a 3 and then he came down and ran into Clay on a pump fake, took his knees out. Clay on the ground clutching his knee. We just talked about the injury too. He's straight.
Okay. But let's this last thing about Houston before we get up out of it, at least that part of it. People, If LeBron James don't take a pay cut, you would have to give away damn near half that team to make that work.
Right. You lose. I think you definitely lose Eric Gordon.
Gordon's gone.
Yeah. Ryan Anderson got to go anyway. He's
Ain't
making.
nobody touching that deal.
I mean,
41. Well, it's about $20 million a year over the next 2 years. You're gonna have to throw in your future, which would be first round picks. They don't have one this year.
oh
If
damn.
somebody takes on a bad deal, you gotta throw something in to sweeten it. You got to.
Maybe Clay is not okay.
They need that.
He is limping to the locker room currently.
They need.
Oh man, I hate to see that. No, go ahead. My bad.
No, I mean at this point, I don't think no dominoes are gonna fall till LeBron do what he gonna do.
Yeah, and a lot of it gonna depend on. Well, I can't say how this series ends. We know how this is going to end. I think pretty much, right?
At some point, they're gonna lose.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot. LeBron is the main domino because there's not really many other big free agents this year. I would love to see. I would love to see the Cavs win and see KD get mad and opt out and leave.
He was going to be the blame if they would have lost to Houston.
Oh yeah.
But let's close up out of here. I see you. No, I
Uh oh. We lost hate. We lost Uncle Hate, people. So we're gonna go ahead and close out this show. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties this evening. I guess it was meant for us to just go ahead and watch Game 1 of the NBA Finals. So Game 1 is currently on. It's the first quarter. So we're gonna go ahead and close out and check that out. We appreciate y'all tuning in to us. Again, watch, like, hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. AA Sports, Straight Sports, No Chaser. Same thing on the Spreaker platform if you listen to us when you're on the go, in your cars, in the gym, and what have you. So again, for Uncle Hay, who just checked out, for me, myself, Diego Berishnakoff, we will holler at y'all in about a week, get a recap on the finals and see what's going on and see where we are, whether we got a series or whether this thing is coming to an end, which we all expect pretty much, right? All right, so we out, baby. AA Sports, Straight Sports, No Chaser. Y'all have a good one. Peace.